I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good day, Maiko Schaffrath. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful day?
I'm very good. Actually, working on my company today on a Saturday, but really enjoying it. Although it's raining here in the UK today.
All right. Well, hey,
Yes.
I'm glad that you're taking a bit of time to just have a conversation.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked me for it, and really happy to support the mission for you to get to 5,000 podcasts.
Yeah, I love that. I appreciate that tremendously. 5,000. Can you imagine that day? Wow. Oh, and you would have made that possible.
Yeah, one little part of it.
Well, Michael, please do tell me which of your talents is responsible for us connecting, though.
So I think it's multiple things. I think the way you first got to know me was really my own podcast, which I recently started. So I'm very, very far away of 5,000 episodes. We just have launched our second episode. But I think my mission in life is really much about how can we create a big impact in the world and really solve some of the world's biggest problems. And that's basically what everything that I do is about. So if you look at the podcast, it's called Impact Hustlers. I interview, just like you do now, I interview people and entrepreneurs that basically solve big global problems, for example, like food waste or sleep deprivation, insomnia, health issues, so like a lot of different issues that are tackled with technology. And I've worked for a while for radio, I've done podcasting, I've worked as a journalist for a while, and now I'm basically running my own company where we help people connect to jobs that have a big impact in the world.
Your last podcast with Tessa Cook was amazing, and that speaks to the topic of food wastage. It's amazing what she's done with the app she's created.
I'm glad you listened to it. She's a really impressive entrepreneur, and she started her career quite conventional, I think as a consultant, and then she moved on to Dyson. But at some point she was like, really, how am I going to spend the rest of my life, and what am I going to do to really have an impact? And that's the way she started by creating this app called Olio, which helps people reduce food waste. So you can just put any items you have in your fridge that you won't eat anymore, put on the app, and people pick it up and can still use it. So that's the nice thing about our job. You really get to meet a lot of inspiring people that really find ways to solve big problems. So she has now 250,000 users on her app, and it's growing. So it's very, very exciting.
Her goal is 2 million. It's 2 million, she said, right? It's 2 million, I believe. She said her goal.
At least.
Yeah.
At least. I can't believe that she will ever stop and say, 2 million is enough now.
Yeah, so, she sounded like that.
She's a strong entrepreneur, and really inspiring to meet her. And soon we'll have an entrepreneur who's actually working on making people fall asleep. So insomnia is a big problem for many people, and he's actually working on an app that helps people fall asleep and actually cure insomnia to some sense without medication. So it's very interesting to meet all these entrepreneurs, and that's what I love doing.
Yeah, you definitely love it. I think that's why you probably put the impact in your Impact Hustlers in red, right? Because the red represents love, right?
Yeah, it is the passion for it.
Yeah, that's great. So who did you learn the skills of understanding it was necessary to connect with people of impact?
What understanding was necessary?
Who did you learn the skill? Who did you learn the skill of understanding that it was necessary to connect with people of impact?
Good question. I think it's been always a topic for me in my life, like how are we spending our lives, and what is really important to us, and what is in the end creating a big effect in the world. So I just wanted to get closer to people that are actually working on really big missions and creating a big impact. So where I got that skill from, I'm not quite sure, but I think it's a topic that I was always interested about, and really got more and more into it and researched more and more about how technology can really, it's a bit cliche, change the world, but in some ways, obviously, companies overuse that word as well, and everybody says they want to change the world, but there's a lot of companies, and of course you have like poster shops like Tesla and Solar City and so on that really have big missions, but even some companies that not everybody knows, like Olio or the company that I spoke about second, Persist, are on a big mission and really make a difference. And I think it's really the time where people see that they want to do more with their professional lives than just earn a salary and then retire at some point.
Yeah. Well, you definitely are that person as well who intend to make an impact. Are you, Maiko?
Yeah, totally. And I'm on a journey, right? So I wouldn't claim that I'm there yet, that like my impact is done and I'm a professional in it. But like that's really the journey I'm on. So what I've started this year together with two other co-founders, we started a company that helps people find jobs with big impact, but also at the same time we help companies that have big social missions. For example, in sustainability, help reduce environmental problems, health problems, social problems, find talent in a better way than they currently do, because very often they have to pay high fees to recruitment agencies that actually charge a lot of money, but in the end, don't even find candidates that really identify with their mission. So that was the reason where we decided, okay, we got to help this sector in some way. And it's a company we set up earlier this year called realchangers. And I'm on that journey as well to create something that can potentially have a big impact in the world.
Where can people go to connect with realchangers and even impact hustlers?
I think the best way, I've set up a website which is called Maiko, Maiko.io, and that basically summarizes all my projects I'm involved in. So you'll find a link to Impact Hustlers as well as to realchangers there and all the other projects I'm involved with. So that's probably the best way to go to find out more about what I'm doing.
That's wonderful. Well, Maiko, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Maiko, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory? Oh, God. I think one big memory I had that I really I listened to the radio and I heard a lot about theater and actors and heard interviews of them, and I really, as a child early on, I wanted to become an actor, very interestingly, until at some point I decided to go down a different route. But I think that's a memory that I was always like trying to act in some way or like get into other people's roles, something that I don't get to do as much anymore, but that's something that I remember straight away. And that's really one of the memories, and always like the curiosity and trying to search for some bugs in the garden or like discover the world around me. That was always like the memories that stuck with me now.
Intriguing. So how old do you think you were in these first memories?
I think it really started, I don't know, I would say what I remember is really like 6-7 years old in primary school, where I kind of first got into stuff.
Yeah.
And then a few years later, it ended up me joining actually theater groups, and then later on going towards radio, working for a radio station for a while, and actually getting more and more into journalism in that sense. So that's what I remember. Yeah.
Why do you think these memories are so clear?
Why they occurred?
Why do you think it's so clear?
Why it's so clear? I think it's really something that's defined me in the end, or like it's an important part of my life. So I don't remember a lot of stuff, but really those significant moments where you really think, okay, this is really something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about discovering the world. I'm passionate about seeing, and that's what drove me into this, like how good ideal world could look like and how we create a better world. And that's really a red thread that developed out of this.
Wow, well, that's amazing. Well, hey, you don't need me to connect any dots. You've definitely done it yourself. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song, Maiko?
My favorite song? Oh, God. Good question. I think I've it's easy to say, but I've had probably a lot of songs I listened to. I think at 12 years old, that was just at the beginning when I started joining a radio show for kids, basically, where we were like a team of kids trying to produce a radio show. And I was listening to a lot of different songs. I'm not quite sure at 12 what it was, but it was a lot about music. Like, it was always...
What's the first song that pops in your head?
I think so far what I remember, I'm not sure if it was 12 already, but like what I remember, I was quite into German rock punk group. Interestingly, I think it came a bit later, maybe with 13 or something, called Die Ärzte, which mainly means the doctors. All right. I listened to them quite a bit.
All right. Well, Maiko, we have now arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Maiko, are you ready?
Sure.
Maiko, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No, not yet.
Do you believe in God?
I believe in something like God, maybe not the one in the Bible.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I do. Some few and very strong friends.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No, not really. I'm more of an internet type of person.
All right. What about 3 hours a week?
No, probably not. I don't really watch TV. If anything, then I usually watch something on Netflix, like movies or something like that. But even that, it's probably less than 3 hours a month.
And what about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Including work, it's clearly more than 8 hours. So it's definitely more than 8 hours of work. And then a lot of reading on the phone as well, podcasts, audiobooks, stuff like that.
All right. Maiko, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months, I came up with a workbook, the name of it being called Yours. Your Own Unique Real Self is what that acronym stands for. The idea is that you answer questions that connect you to your own unique real statement, which is also your mission, if you would. I'd like to know, Maiko, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Maiko Schaffrath. What would you say that is?
I think my mission and my statement is really helping people have a big impact on the world and help use human potential to solve some of the world's biggest problems. And that's what I want to help with.
Love it. Maiko, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, I think the main thing is really for you're interviewing a lot of very interesting people that might not be the most prominent people, but are really each of them are on a certain mission and want to create something that has a positive impact in some sense in their life. And I would encourage anyone to really follow that path and listen to themselves. What am I good at? What am I passionate about? And how can I follow this and really create something lasting in this world that positively impacts the lives of many?
Love it. Maiko Schaffrath. Maiko, say your last name properly for me, please.
You did it quite well. So it was Schaffrath is correct. Yeah,
right.
It's a very complicated German name.
Well, Maiko Schaffrath, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for being on 12-minute convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.